So, hello there. This is a little bit different than my standards format of making videos. This is probably gonna be like parts, I think 32.5 or something, like an in-between part, just for the lulz of it. I After recording the last episode, a few hours later, I started, making a new episode. And what I did is I wanted to do some grinding for like half an hour because I had some other things to do that I was going to do like pretty much around this time. But I've been experiencing some interesting things. So from this point, if you've seen the last episode, you probably recognize the little snapshot up here in the left. Um, where I was standing on the edge, just placed those little small hydrogen thrusters, and I was just like, yeah, okay, let's just go from here and see if we can get that large hydrogen thruster out of the last ship chunk. So, let me this will spoil it already a little bit. I'm gonna turn off. Where is it? Where is it? Bum. Destructible blocks. I'll turn it back on just to show you what's going on. And I hope that this will capture exactly what I experienced the first time I did this, because I've been reloading this same save now for the last half an hour with all sorts of shenanigans that have happened so far. There's no music. I can turn on some music just to have some in the background. Just to give some background noise during these loading screens, because I can assure you, I have seen this loading screen quite a few times. I think I've seen most of the tidbits of information here. I've probably seen them like 20-30 times now in the last half an hour. I've been in the loading screen more than I've been in game. Let's just put it like that. So the problem is that I think one of the grids, when I stopped it, you've seen it during the small hydrogen thrusters when I placed them as well. They sometimes sink into the ground a little bit. I think something similar like that has happened to the grid that I was working on. Watch it now just completely not do anything wrong. If so, then I will just use the save, but I doubt that is what's gonna happen. But we'll see, we'll see. Let's just first load in and see what we find. Now we'll probably, when we're in game, it will probably not take too much time because all the graphics have pretty much been pre-rendered now like 20 times. Although it's taking quite a lot longer this time, maybe because OBS is working now. My CPU is like, oh, I have to do two things at once. Oh, I actively laughed my ass off when I did this. Normally I don't record loading in, and usually I only hit record after I've set everything up, but this was an interesting one. Okay. So, I loaded a previous one. You hear the explosion in the background? Let's go find out what that explosion was. Oh, would you look at that? Looks like something broke here. And what do you know? It is the part that I need. Every time I load this save, the large thruster explodes. It was fine the time I went before this. I've even had once where it just started sinking into the ground. And just started exploding randomly. Just like every few seconds it would like sink down into the ground a little bit. None of the other ship parts do it, but of course most of the other ship parts are... Oh, sure. So, this time even the jump drive exploded. That's a new one. That hasn't happened before yet. Alright, so this time the jump drive even exploded. I had it sink down into the ground so far that these gyroscopes were only half sticking out. This was an interesting one. So what I did is I reloaded it a few times just to see what would happen. And the last time I did it, I activated destructible blocks off, or deactivated destructible blocks. So let's just go back. Go do this one. Hit at least this one for now, because I think it loaded the last one in the bottom. Now we're gonna turn destructible blocks off, just so the jank physics engine couldn't destroy it. And when I did this, something incredible happened. Now I'm gonna see if this will recreate it again, but it was just insanity. So I was like, okay, so now blocks, technically, when they're getting hit, colliding, getting damaged by gunfire, etc, 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 they will not break. So in my mind, I was like, alright, when I activate this, and I load in, the ship shouldn't be able to explode. And the hydrogen thruster, as well, shouldn't be able to explode. That was, you know, my mind. You know, I was just like, yeah, this seems fine. You know, this seems like it's logically correct that this would not be a problem. But shenanigans happened. Like, I actively was like flabbergasted, and I just broke into laughter when it happened. So I hope that this will do it again, because oh my god, the comedic timing of that was just insane. So every time when I loaded it before without the destructible blocks turned off, you hear an explosion in the distance. That's the large hydrogen thruster probably exploding. When I loaded it in with it deselected, I didn't hear the explosion. So I was like, well, I mean, that's probably a good sign, you know? That's probably giving an indication that the ship is fine. But I'm gonna hope that it's gonna do it now. So let's see. It's almost loading in. It's already past the 84% mark, so it should now run through the last few percentages a little bit faster. Come on, space engineers, give me. Oh my god! All right, 100%. Come on, give me the same bullshit again. All right, so I'm standing here. Everything loads in. No explosions. You know. Oh. It happened even better this time. It flew all the way from there over the entire ship, all the way over here. Oh my god. That's insane. But look, it still exploded. So I think it happened even before everything happened. So I think I permanently lost the large hydrogen thruster facing downwards, which, you know, it is sad. I am not gonna save scum it any further. But this was just an interesting one. Just, I don't know what caused this. The physics engine is sometimes quite weird, but this was a whole new level. I don't know. Like, when you go back over here, you see like the parts where it came off of, and you see all this broken scrap metal. Last time this happened as well. Then it flew over that direction. I was standing here, and I was like standing here like this, and it was loading in, and I was like looking at my OBS, just like looking at other things, and in OBS, while I can see the same screen, I just see over there to the top left, like somewhere over there, I just see like the ship fly that direction. Now it just flew all the way over us. Oh man, this game is something else. This is an interesting game. So, currently, I actually lucked out quite a bit. It is stuck with this magnetic plate. I can get the all the extra parts from this also while it's in this position. The reason why I'm going to do it like this is because I've had a few times where even after a few minutes, the ship would still start to explode. Now, I have a new method that is going to use the build and repair system that is perhaps going to auto grind most of the blocks on this base, except for the most important parts. I'm going to try to use that to make this a little bit more of a watchable or a enjoyable practice, because removing these steel plates is going to take quite a long time. But that's going to be the episode after this. This is going to be more of like a short episode that is going to be released at the same time as the episode right before this, where I installed the hydrogen thrusters, just so I won't, you know, make an entire day out of this short video. So I hope you enjoyed the little fireworks with me. This is at least gonna be the explanation on why we're not going to install the hydrogen thruster over here. So this idea that we're gonna install it over here is gonna go away, and we're gonna find a new purpose for this location, and then we're gonna start building it up as well. So thank you so much for watching this shortened little tidbit, and I will see you in the next actual episode. Alright, and that's gonna be from the same location. And have a wonderful day, and goodbye.